Hello and welcome to our read of second half of Detective Conan Volume 3. We started Volume 3 last week,
Whoa.
last night.
Oh my god.
We'll probably finish Volume 3.
Look at that guy. He is all bloodied.
Probably start Volume 4 on Monday.
What's happening? Oh my god.
Last time we ended in the middle of the case because it's the first really long case. And family they were on an island. Go-Girl made them miss the ferry to get off, so they get hitchhiked on a boat for a rich family that just had a wedding, where murders are happening.
Awesome.
Who rigged the darkness?
The darkness. Oh, I gotta remember all these voices. Are you alright, Ichiro? That was not it. Are you alright, Ichiro? Oh, you okay? Oh, my leg. It's a shallow wound. Nothing to worry about if we treat it quickly. I'll go get the first aid kit. Who was it? Who did this to you? I don't know. Sorry, I got a weird. Okay, I guess I didn't have to burp. The lights went out all of a sudden, and right after that, bink.
Flashlight or anything?
No, nothing like that. Oh. What is that? Oh, what's this? George's knife.
Who the fuck is George? It's the chef.
Oh, right.
But they didn't call him George when they introduced him.
It was always Uncle Joji or something.
Yeah, not George.
Yeah, idiots. This is indeed mine. George, it wasn't you who attacked Ichiro, was it?
He went from Japanese to American in like a chapter.
Hold on a second. The assailants switched the power off and used the darkness to attack Ichiro. How could I have switched the power off? I was with everybody when the lights went out. That's right. There's only one person who could have done that. And that's the person we suspect is lurking somewhere on the ship. It must have been Takeshi. Go.
Actually, that's not necessarily so. I thought it was Mori.
Oh. Actually, that's not necessarily so. Mr. Detective. Let's leave Ichiro's care to Rachel Natsue. I would like everybody else to come with me to the electrical room. Electrical room? Wow. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Take a look at that. What? What's that? It's a type of timing device. A timing device? I don't know why everybody's British now. It's nothing astonishing. It's a sample setup that anyone can understand if you think about it. Is this still him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right. It's usually Conan who explains all this. Tesha will wait to the breaker and keep it from moving by securing it to a fixed point with the string that's looped around a candle placed in between. After some time, the candle burns. The string, causing it to snap. Okay, that was very weird. The released weight brings the breaker down automatically. The equipment used to make this device were probably found in the stage room. Judging from the spent candle, I infer that it was set up some time ago. In other words, anybody could have switched the power off. It would have been possible to set up the blackout and stab Ichiro and still be with us in the dining room where the lights went out. Any one of you could have done it. Of course, our missing friend Takeshi could have done it too. In any case, we must put a stop to any further crimes. I'll take responsibility for finding Takeshi. Till I do, I don't want anybody to step out of the dining hall. Is that clear? Look. Random boat. Tick, tick, tick. Ugh. What is it, boy? You have a stomach ache? No, I got stabbed, Mother. Oh, right. Does it hurt, Ichiro? Tick, tick, tick. Ichiro? Dash. Wham. Da-da-da.
Dun 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 dun.
Again. If you see a grandma killing demons, you know you're on the wrong show. Darn. If we can't find him after all this searching. Huff, huff, huff. Maybe he's not on the ship anymore.
But we haven't looked everywhere yet.
Huh?
You know, everyone's rooms.
That's unlikely. Not entirely unlikely. Let's go take a look. Then shall we start with Mrs. Marikyo and Mr. Kitaro's room? Clack. Takeshi's not here. This couple. They seem to have conflicting personalities. Do they get along well? Yes. Yes. They're cousins, you see. They've gotten along well since they were children, though it might not seem like it. Marriage between cousins? Yes. Come to think of it, Mr. Gozo furiously opposed it then too.
Opposed it then too?
Wait, what? This isn't the first time?
Or not the last, because it could have been the first time, but then another marriage since.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like he's not in Joji's room either. Eh?
Hey, do you think this might be his knife case?
What? Tunk. There are two missing. Well, what could that mean? Found one of them when Ichiro was stabbed. Where's the other one? Whoop. Clack. Hey, this must be Ichiro's room. Yes, but how? Look, there's a drawing. Hey, don't run in so carelessly. Takeshi could be hiding in here with a weapon. But he really is talented. Flip. Ah, I see. So he was in love with his own cousin. That makes sense. Ha 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 ha.
Or he was in love with the guy.
Oh, probably. Maybe he sketched the scene of the crime.
Yeah, right.
Blah. Da-da-da. Huh? Hey, kids, don't mess around with other people's stuff. Okay.
Hey, what's this?
His charcoal. It's used for sketching.
What about this?
Oh, it's not here either.
He's not.
Oh, he's not here either. Seems that way.
Really? Cool.
It's basically an eraser. Hey, stop dawdling, or I'll leave you behind. Wooga. Oh, that's him. He wasn't in our room or Natsue's room. Akie's room. Here's the only one left. But he's not here either. Maybe he isn't on board after all. Click.
Huh? Slam.
You find something?
Nothing at all.
Oh well. Guess we should go back to the dining hall. Oh.
Hey, Mr. Butler.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Really quick.
Yes? By any chance did
being dumb.
our crime is seen? And what happened to the weapon? Then in the second incident, where Tatsuo was killed on the deck, what was the meaning of the splash and the dull thud heard at the time the crime was committed? And who unlocked the door to the storage room? Then there was the third incident where Ichiro was stabbed in the darkness. Now, finally, all these mysteries are connected to form a single thread. I must tell everybody right away. Once this boat arrives in Tokyo, it'll be out of my hands. It can't be helped. I'll use this little dock, baby. Hey. Huh? Here. Over here. Over here. What, did you find something? Pointing. Beep, beep. Zoop. Flump. This is called a wristwatch tranquilizer gun. Close ranges, you can use it to put people to sleep instantly. Sorry, old man. Hey, where's Dad? He said to gather everyone in Akia's room in 10 minutes. He has something important to say. Something important? Thanks, guys. Sure. Hurry, hurry, hurry. The old man's voice was said in number 59, I think. What's going on, Mr. Detective? Why did you gather us all here? Finally figured it out. What? Series of crimes has been committed on this ship, and I know who the culprit is.
Oh, I didn't even know I have that in there. I got the pencil. Okay. I'm ready.
Stopped right at the deduction.
Unattainable dream. What? You know who the murderer is?
Yes,
Yes.
I know who
Oh.
committed the three crimes on this ship. Who is it? Yeah.
Tell us. Tell us. Who's the murderer? It has to be him. Wow. I do not remember the voices from yesterday. It's all Takeshi's doing, right? Oh. Can you pause it for a second?
Hey, we are back.
And we're back. Oh, where were we? Oh, yeah. It has to be him. He's all, he's all Takeshi's doing, right?
Don't be so hasty. Before I disclose the name of the murderer, let's re-examine the three crimes. In the first incident, Mr. Gozo was found bloodily stabbed to death in his cabin with the door locked from the inside. From the blood found in the groove of the door, we can deduce that Mr. Gozo was stabbed outside his room. He then fled back into his room, locked the door to avoid further attack, and passed away. Flour was found outside the cabin.
Yeah. Yeah, Takeshi had that flower on, so Takeshi must be the murderer.
If that were the case, consider this peculiar detail. Mr. Gozo had been stabbed outside the cabin. There would have been traces of blood in the hallway.
Couldn't, uh, couldn't the murderer have wiped it clean to delay the discovery of the body? Yeah, he doesn't change the fact that Takeshi is the prime suspect.
What I'm trying to point out is not that there wasn't any blood outside, but that the flower was placed in the hallway after the blood had been wiped away.
Oh?
It would make sense if Takeshi lost the flower as he stabbed the victim, then hurried off to flee the scene. But the murderer carefully wiped the hallway afterwards. If Takeshi had dropped the flower, he would have noticed, all the more so if it dropped as he was wiping away the blood. In other words, the murderer placed the flower there after wiping the hallway clear of blood, to make it look like Takeshi did. Now consider the second incident, where Tatsuo was beaten to death on the deck. In this incident, neither the murder weapon nor any real evidence was left behind. Unlike the flower in the first case and the rigged breaker in the third, there is no evidence of premeditation. In other words, if it was indeed committed by the same person, I am inclined to believe the second crime was unplanned. Then what? That's somebody.
Then, then why was Tatsuo killed?
The key is inside this case.
That's my knife case.
Take a look. There are two missing. One was found at the scene of the third crime, but where's the other? Crucial point here is the sound Conan heard hearing around the time of the second murder. He heard a splash followed by a dull thud. The thud was probably the sound of Tatsuo being hit. What caused the splash before that? When the dull thud happened, the murderer must still have been on deck, so it wasn't the sound of the murderer jumping into the sea. That suggests it was the sound of something thrown into the sea, and it's reasonable to think that may have been the reason Tatsuo was killed. Now then, what was it that was thrown into the sea? It could have been the other knife missing from this case, and perhaps Tatsuo had just happened to see that. In sum, Tatsuo unwittingly witnessed the disposal of the weapon used in the first murder. Tatsuo was murdered to keep him silent. With this theory, all the pieces fall into place.
I see. Yeah, but after the second murder, Takeshi escaped from the storage room and disappeared. Oh, that was the old woman. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was both of them at the same time. Yeah, I still think Takeshi is suspicious.
Have you forgotten? The storage room was locked from the outside. It would have been impossible for Takeshi to escape unless somebody unlocked the door from the outside.
Then who? Who opened it?
Most likely the murderer.
What?
Assuming my theory is correct, that the second murder was not planned. The murder occurred while Takeshi was still locked up in the storage room. Takeshi would be proven innocent after all that work to set him up as the prime suspect. That's why the murderer unlocked the door. To create a situation where it would be possible to continue suspecting Takeshi of the crimes.
But but if Takeshi's not guilty, Well, why did he run away? Yeah, and he's still missing.
Why don't we have him explain it himself?
Himself? You found Takeshi?
Takeshi, why don't you quit hiding and come out?
He he's in the room?
Takeshi.
Creak. Creaked. Takeshi? Takeshi!
Now, Takeshi, tell us how you got out of the storage room.
Hmm.
Start, say, when Natsue saw Tatsuo's dead body on the deck and screamed. What happened after that second incident?
I thought something happened to Natsue. I heard Natsue scream coming from behind the deck. Gah! I don't know what that sound is. I was beside myself, and when I frantically tried to get out, click. Somehow the door was unlocked and I was able to escape. By the time I got to the deck, everybody was gathered around Tatsuo's dead body. It's Takeshi. It's Takeshi. Takeshi did it again. I thought they would try to blame it on me again, so I ran away looking for a place to hide on the ship. The door to Aki's room happened to be open, so I ran in. I've been hiding in the closet the whole time. Takeshi. That would mean in the third incident, Ichiro was stabbed by somebody else. Then who did it? Who'd do such a horrible thing to my Ichiro?
It's because the murderer's plan didn't work out.
Plan?
When the murderer unlocked the door to the storage room, he thought it was a clever way to put the blame on Takeshi. The question of who unlocked the door from the outside led to talk of an accomplice. Instead of being in the clear, the murderer was suddenly one of the possible suspects. Panicked murderer devised a plan to divert suspicion away from himself. That was the motive behind the third crime, where Ichiro was stabbed in the darkened restroom. In committing the third crime, the murderer dug himself in a hole.
Mm.
Ichiro, after you're stabbed, you said that it was pitch dark and you couldn't see the face or the build of the assailant. You said there was no light at all.
Yes.
That means the assailant couldn't see you, the victim, either. Isn't it difficult to stab someone without any light? How do you stab a person you can't even see? The assailant knew your precise location and managed to stab you. In addition, take the fact that the weapon was found at the scene. Unlike the first and second crimes, this time the suspect didn't escape with the weapon. That is to say, the suspect was not able to flee with it because his leg was wounded and he couldn't move.
What? Are you saying that?
Yes, the person who stabbed Ichiro was Ichiro himself.
Uh,
And the person who murdered Mr. Gyoza and Tatsuo was also Ichiro. Yes, you did it.
dun 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 dun. Oh. Ichiro?
You went to the trouble of creating the cover of darkness because you didn't want to have to identify your assailant. If you said Takeshi stabbed you, some evidence were discovered proving Takeshi's innocence, then suspicion would fall on you for making a false statement.
So that's why you tampered with the breaker. That's all conjecture. That is all conjecture. You don't have a shred of evidence that Ichiro is the murderer.
Here's the evidence. It was found at the scene of the first murder, near Mr. Goza's body. It's a breadcrumb.
But breadcrumb?
Ichiro's an art student, and he was even seen sketching with charcoal on the deck right before Mr. Goza was murdered. Breadcrumbs are used as an eraser for charcoal sketches. I understand that breadcrumbs often fall into artists' sleeves. This crumb probably fell out of Ichiro's sleeve when he stabbed Mr. Gozo. It fell right onto a pool of blood, Mr. Gozo's blood. In fact, this crumb has traces of charcoal on it. Most certainly, Ichiro was the one who dropped this.
But somebody must be trying to pin the murders on Ichiro.
No, that's unlikely. As I said earlier, Mr. Gozo closed the door soon after he was stabbed. It would be too difficult to plant the breadcrumb in the split second before the door was shut. In other words, the murderer did not intentionally place the breadcrumb there. Rather, the murderer accidentally dropped it.
But he has no motive. Ichiro has no reason to kill a father.
Ah, that stumped me as well, until the very end. But then I found something in Ichiro's room.
But what did you find?
This. Ichiro killed Mr. Gojo.
Uh,
And here's his motive.
junk. Good. A drawing? How could a drawing be to motive?
The key is the subject of the drawing.
You say subject, but... Blip. It's the stab. Eh. Hey, these drawings. They're all of Natsue. Huh? Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. Ichiro. Ichiro, you didn't.
Yes, you see, Ichiro. He's in love with Natsue.
Hey, Ichiro.
I heard from Suzuki the butler. You were unable to tell Natsue how you felt for her, so you went to Mitsukozo and
Yes, that's right. I asked him to let me marry Natsue. What? But grandfather wouldn't. Oh, was that? Oh,
that's
but grandfather wouldn't allow it. He went on about how I wasn't good enough for his dear Natsue, and and soon after that, as if to insult me, Natsue and Takeshi's marriage was announced, and the words grandfather spit out at me yesterday while I was sketching Natsue on deck. The time to abandon unattainable dreams. Oh, it's time to abandon. Oh, I see. I couldn't forgive them. Not grandfather who refused to approve my marriage to Natsue, and not Takeshi who stole Natsue away. I couldn't forgive them.
Ichiro's cry of anguish echoed throughout the ship. So it was misery, the misery of an introverted young man unable to give voice to his deepest feelings, that led to tragedy. The ship sailed closer to Tokyo. It glowed red as the sun set. The sadness and despair of Ichiro and the Hatamoto family.
Cool. They did it. All right. Good time to start. Good thing we stopped last time. Like, holy God. Because we did, how many? We did one, and then we finished it. No, because it was at the beginning of three. So we did one, and then we did 5 chapters, and then we did 5 and 6. Yeah. Good thing we stopped.
But I believe the next couple, because the next one's the gift case,
Is that.
the the every month gift
Oh.
with the doctor that receives presents every month for his son.
Okay. I think I know what it is. Yeah.
That one will be shorter. Uh, yeah, I can figure it out after. We'll do the rest of Volume 3 and probably start Volume 4 on Monday.
Yeah. Yep. Jimmy, Rachel, and Richard. I don't know who any of those people are.